know if there is going to be any price drop for the Galaxy Fold. The original price that Samsung announced was $1980. Woof! Wow, Samsung. I mean, I know new tech, whatever, but that just hurt my whole chest. I'm just like, woo! Yeah. Hello, my name is Fiona Agomo, aka Techie Supreme, your supreme source on all things tech, and today we are talking about the Galaxy Fold from Samsung. What an ordeal, is it not? Recent reports are saying that Samsung may have a relaunch on September 6th. And we've also since seen several pre-registration pages open in China and in the US. And just for those that don't know, the pre-registration is literally just for people to sign up to get more information on when the device is available. It's not a pre-order page, so there's nothing with payment or shipment or anything like that. If you want to sign up, you can definitely, if you're in China, you can find that page. If you're in the US, you can easily find that page at samsung.com. You can sign up if you do want more information on the Galaxy Fold. So I mean, that is just in general a good indication that the device is coming to us sooner than later now. Samsung has also put out a statement saying that they have intentions to release the Galaxy Fold in September. This September 6th relaunch date is pretty recurring. There are reports that Samsung may have an exclusive launch in South Korea. But they may also have something at the IFA conference in Berlin. I don't know if it would also be maybe like an in tandem launch event, or one thing that I suggested was kind of just like private briefings. If there was anything at IFA that Samsung could meet with the press privately and showcase a new device and then go from there. Kind of like what Huawei did with the Mate X, and they flew all those guys out to Shenzhen and gave them all the information that they needed about the Mate X, and that's how we kind of got an update on that foldable. So that's kind of what I was thinking about IFA, and there are reports that the Galaxy Fold may be on the show floor at IFA for people who are attending the conference to get a hands-on with the product. It actually was on display, I guess you could say, at Mobile World Congress, but it wasn't. There wasn't handheld access to it. It was like behind a case, and because it had already been announced, but I don't believe that was before the whole screen debacle. So we didn't know what was going to happen at that time. But they still didn't give us hands-on access, and ironically, neither did Huawei. And then now we've seen everything that's happened. So other details that have come up, just kind of sifting through some tweets. I was looking at some tweets from Max Weinbach from XDA Developers, and he has shared a lot of details that he has on the Galaxy Fold, and even kind of just observing a little interaction with another Twitter user. That Twitter user apparently is in South Korea and claimed that pre-orders were starting on September 3rd, and that there would potentially be maybe a US release on September 14th. However, after I published my story on TechieSupreme.com, I saw Evan Blass, who is one of the more popular tech leaksters on social media. He tweeted that the launch will likely be on September 27th. So again, currently no official word from Samsung, but we've got a lot of dates flying around. So I guess we can take that as more as a positive sign than a negative sign. There are also reports that Samsung intends to have a special VIP pre-launch sale in South Korea, which may take place from September 11th to September 16th. And there's different sources saying that there may be it may be an extremely limited availability of about 140 to 165 units. So I remember, it probably was the Galaxy Fold that was being referred to in like old reports. And I remember there was something about kind of like a pre-launch where it might be kind of like Asian celebrities and influencers that might get it first. So I don't know if it's something similar to that. I'm not 100% sure if it was the Galaxy Fold or if it was another device. So like I said, we've got the pre-registration, we've got IFA. Now, if you go to the US pre-registration site, you can see some images of what's in the box for the Galaxy Fold, and it does seem that Samsung is giving away a pair of their truly wireless Galaxy Buds with the Galaxy Fold. So that's an interesting gift because those are not cheap. So I guess that is the I'm sorry token that consumers will get with the device if they decide to purchase. And another interesting tidbit is Max from XDA Developers. He also mentioned that it will possibly be a trade-in deals that go with the release of the Galaxy Fold, which makes sense because that's what Samsung does with every device now. I would be personally interested to see if there will be kind of larger trade-in values, especially now that Galaxy Note 10 is available. Maybe they might want to offer super special deals for people that have already purchased the Galaxy Note 10 but may want to try out the Galaxy Fold. I know beforehand, again, like the Note also had some kind of inflated trade-in deals before the device actually launched. So that might be something that we see. Now, there hasn't been any word of Samsung changing the price of the device, because the details that have come out are really just that, the device has been reinforced in various ways around the hinge and around the display, and that the protective layer is now flush across the body of the device so that people can't peel it off, because that was the original issue. That's one of the original issues, that people were peeling off what they thought was a kind of just like a protective cover that could be removed, and then the device would start to malfunction, and then other people were having issues where, as the device was being frequently folded, dirt and debris was getting underneath that protective cover and then similarly causing malfunctions. So like I said, I don't know if there is going to be any price drop for the Galaxy Fold. The original price that Samsung announced was $1980. Woof! Wow, Samsung. I know new tech, whatever, but that just hurt my whole chest. I'm just like, whoo. And I am very interested to learn more about it myself. I probably not getting a review model myself, but I would be interested to at least get it to test it out. Don't know if I would keep it, but I will definitely be interested to get it and test it out and give you guys my thoughts. I did get to kind of play with some of my tech friends. I've gotten to play with their handsets, and on the core, it's still just a very innately Samsung device. It really just has that staple that from Samsung, like, yeah, it folds, it does this, it's got like 60 million cameras or whatever, but it's a Samsung device, honestly. And I just think it's really funny, like, that's just the biggest joke about all of this is just how the more things change, the more they stay the same. And when mobile technology really started becoming a thing, we had flip phones, and there's a meme of the guy that he's like, I can't wait till like foldable phones come back so I can slam my phone shut to end the call. And now we've got things like the like the Galaxy Fold and the Mate X, and even other designs like Motorola is supposed to have a foldable that is more kind of like a flip phone. And like I said, I think at this point, a lot of people have said that the launch has kind of lost its luster, and I do kind of agree, but I do think it's still going to be something interesting to observe, even if it's kind of slow to reuptake. I think it's just going to be interesting to see how these things change the tech industry, change the mobile industry. Because there were some research figures saying that foldables may actually end up taking up a decent amount of the market, and maybe not necessarily just foldable smartphones, but just foldables in general. And it will definitely be interesting to see if that turns out to be true. I feel like a lot of us are really used to kind of having our flat phones, and even now we've gone so large to where people want to have smaller phones again. So even that is just kind of like a return to the old. And the only thing I guess I could say is like certain comforts that come with being able to adapt these products in accordance with your lifestyle. So I don't know if for some reason I feel like the Galaxy Fold and other foldables might be kind of like the Blackberries of our generation, maybe something that is very unique to like businessmen or something like that. I don't necessarily know that, let's say like a parent would be buying that for their child or something like that, but definitely think that there could be some sort of like bougie niche where people are like, yeah, I've got my Galaxy, I've got my Mate X, I've got my whatever, and that's where that just maybe becomes like a trope or a staple of this time, of this time. I think that is pretty much it for what I have to say on this topic so far. I'm definitely interested to see how things unfold throughout the month of September. And at the very least, if the Galaxy Fold does release, I will likely hop over to Samsung 837, which is not too far from me, and check it out. And maybe I can give you guys some footage from there. So until next time. Bye.
Yeah.